All right, and we are now streaming live on YouTube. This is the state of Georgia versus Charles Mack battle. Charged in warrant number 2025 WA 12327, battery, family violence. Representing the state is Assistant Solicitor General Avina Johnson, representing the defendant's attorney Mark Lane, your witness, Assistant Solicitor.
At this time, the state will call Sergeant Fortune to the stand.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Sergeant Fortune, would you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the whole truth, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
You may lower your right hand. Please spell and state your name for the record.
Jamie Fortune, JameyFortune.
Where do you currently work, Sergeant Fortune?
The City of Morrow Police Department.
And are you post-certified?
Yes, ma'am.
And what do you do for the City of Morrow Police Department?
I'm Uniform Patrol Division now morning shift supervisor, day shift supervisor.
But being post-certified, are you authorized to investigate crimes, issue citations, and make arrests based off those observations?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me draw your attention to the date of December 17th, 2025. Were you working for the Morrow Police Department at this point?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
Did you have an occasion to go to the Oxford Townhomes 6042 North Lee Street, number 8B in Morrow?
Yes, ma'am.
And is this within the boundaries of Clayton County?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that venue has been established.
It is reflected.
Sergeant Fortune, what brought you there that day?
That night we were dispatched to that location for a domestic violence call.
And did you make contact with the defendant at that time?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
And can you identify the defendant based on what he's wearing today in court?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is he wearing?
Appears to be a red jumpsuit.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that the witness has been identified, that the witness has identified the defendant.
So reflected.
So, Sergeant Fortune, when you responded to this domestic violence call, what did you observe during this occasion?
As soon as I arrived on scene, all parties involved were standing outside the house, arguing back and forth. I then made contact with Mr. Battle, who admitted he had been drinking and advised he was assaulted by his niece, Miss Mosley, and he advised he was acting in self-defense due to the fact that she threw a pair of shoes at him.
And when you made contact with Miss Mosley, did she have any visible marks to her
Yes.
person?
Yes,
Where
ma'am.
were
She had
they?
a red mark underneath her left eye.
And did Miss Mosley tell you what happened?
Yes, ma'am. She advised that her uncle, who had been previously drinking, threw a beer bottle at her as she and her sister were walking down the stairs, and he commenced to start screaming and cussing at her.
And what you said the relationship between the victim and the defendant were that they were niece and uncle. Did they live together?
Yes, ma'am.
And was the sister was present, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And the sister didn't have physical contact with Mr. Morrow in terms of shoes being thrown. Any
The witness sister, she did not have any physical contact with Mr. Battle at all.
There's no further questions at this time, Your Honor.
My attorney Lane.
Hey, good morning, officer.
Good morning, sir.
When you came into the location, did you ever see a beer bottle anywhere?
No, sir. I did not observe any beer bottles anywhere.
Okay. And did you meet with any other witnesses other than what you've testified with so far?
No, sir. Just the two sisters and the mother when she arrived on scene.
And was there any video reviewed?
Just my body cam footage.
Okay. Um, and so then yeah, so when you were speaking with Mr. Battle, then he's saying that he was just acting in self-defense because she'd thrown some shoes at him.
That's what he advised myself and my officer.
Okay. So she was the instigator, the first one to start this.
No, sir. According to the victim and the witness, as soon as they both started coming down the steps, Mr. Mosley apparently started screaming and cussing at them both, and that's when he supposedly threw a beer bottle.
But you never did see a beer bottle.
No, sir.
All right. Thank you, officer. I don't have any further questions.
Any redirect?
Yes, Your Honor. Sergeant Fortune, did Mr. Battle have any visible injuries to his person?
No, sir. None that I observed.
And just to clarify, Miss Mosley, the victim in this case, did have a visible red mark under her eye
Yes, ma'am.
and no other marking.
No, ma'am.
That's all the state rests at this time.
All right, closing arguments.
The state would reserve.
All right,
Your Honor, the defense would just argue that my client, we'd ask a dismissal of the charge. He was just simply acting in self-defense, and there's just no credible testimony here where they're alleging that a beer bottle was thrown, and there's no evidence of that. And so just based on that, we'd request a dismissal.
all right, go ahead.
The state would ask the court to find that there is probable cause because there was two witnesses in this case in addition to the officer. The two witnesses in this case did corroborate the same story that the defendant was cussing at them and yelling at them and allegedly threw a bottle at Miss Mosley, one of the witnesses and the victim in this case. The state would also argue that there is probable cause on the basis of the injuries to Miss Mosley. She had a visible red mark under her left eye, and that this is an act of family violence for battery under the statute, given their close relationship and living in the same household.
All right, based upon the evidence presented, I do find that there's sufficient probable cause to bind this charge over to the state court of Clayton County. That's the order of the court. All right, who do we have next?
Sergeant Fortune be dismissed if he has no other cases pending.
Yes,
you,
thank
Your
you.
Honor.
Thank you, Sergeant Fortune.
Thank you, ma'am.
Your Honor, clarifying on Diamond Murray Brown, very quickly, did you come to a decision on whether you were granting a UJR in this case?
Hold on. All right, say that again.
In regards to the Diamond Murray Brown case, have you rendered a decision whether it's going to be a UJR or?
Okay, she just told me where to find it. Not yet. Give me a few more minutes. And that was Diamond Brown.
It's wherever battle is.
Okay. All right. So Miss Brown, she has no history. Yes, I'm going to UJR her. All right, who we have next?
Say John Chapman.
Who?
Say John Chapman.
Chapman?
Yes.
All righty, and Attorney Lang, you're going to send me over that appointment sheet?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And then Yate, can I see you here for just one moment?
Trying to find
Um,
yours.
And then Attorney Lane, we're gonna do all those UJRs. Don't worry about those.
And thank you, Judge.
Is this Mr. Chapman right here? Yes? All righty. All right. And so now calling the matter of State of Georgia versus Dejon Chapman. The individual in the courtroom indicated that he is in fact Dejon Chapman. He is charged in warrant number 2025 WA 12294. Simple battery family violence. 2022 CW. Wait a minute. Oh, he's only charged with simple battery family violence. Representing the state is Assistant Solicitor Avina Johnson. Representing the defendant is Attorney Mark Lane, your witness, Assistant Solicitor.
Your Honor, the state would call Officer Singh San.
All right.
Was this a name?
I said Singh.
Oh,
Officer Singh, would you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Will you lower your right hand? Please spell and state your name for the record.
Prabhjot Singh, Prabjot, last name Singh.
And where do you currently work, Mr. Officer Singh?
Forest Park Police Department.
What do you do for Forest Park Police Department?
I'm sorry, I missed that.
What do you do for Forest Park Police Department?
I work on the patrol unit, respond to calls for service.
And are you post-certified?
Yes,
Being post-certified, are you authorized to investigate crimes, issue citations, and make arrests based on those observations?
yes,
Let me draw you to let me draw your attention to the date of December 17th, 2025. Were you working for the Forest Park Police Department?
yes, ma'am.
And did you have an occasion to go to 999 Forest Avenue?
Yes,
And is that in Clayton County?
yes.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that the witness has that venue has been identified.
So noted.
What brought you to 999 Forest Avenue?
We were called out there in reference to a domestic.
And when you arrived to the site, did you encounter the defendant?
Yes, once we got there, we could hear yelling from the door coming. Then we went inside. We stood by the door and we went in once we could hear the yelling coming from the back of the house. And that's where we met the Chapman subject and the victim in this case. And we spoke to both of them. And during investigating, both of them, Chapman had, after we interviewed him, he admitted that he had spit towards the direction of the victim, who he was staying with for about 2 months in the same house. And
And before you get too far, do you see the defendant here in court today?
yes,
Can you identify the defendant based on what he is wearing?
orange jumpsuit.
Let the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant.
So noted.
Officer Singh, will you continue with what you learned from the defendant about what happened when you responded to the scene?
After interviewing both of them, it was Chapman had admitted that he did spit in the direction of the victim. Um, Also, he threw a laundry basket towards her inside of the residence prior to spitting on her. He did admit to it. The victim also stated that. And then in retaliation of self-defense, the victim did try to defend herself by hitting him, which did leave a mark on on Chapman's subject, because the way the house was set up, she was kind of in a corner, and it was really no way to exit unless you open the door. And that was the reason she had to defend herself from the corner after the laundry basket was thrown. We did see the laundry basket also, and then he was
And
in custody.
what was the relationship again between the defendant and the victim in this case?
I believe they might be brothers and sister. I'm not sure in the relation, but they lived together. for two-
Lastly, based off of your training and experience, how and how were you able to determine that he was the primary?
based on him admitting to spitting and throwing the laundry basket, us seeing the laundry basket thrown, and based on the victim's statement. It the both victim and his statement collaborated a story together after we separated and talked to both of them.
Thank you, Officer Singh. The state has no further questions at this time.
Alrighty. Attorney Lane.
Good morning, officer.
Hey, good morning.
So did you, I guess you said my client admitted spitting in, I guess, in the general direction of Miss Winbush, is that correct?
Yeah, he spit on her.
But he never admitted to spitting on her, correct?
Uh, I cannot recall if he said he spit on her, but I know he did spit on her because the victim had it on the back of her hoodie where he spit.
Right. And did you but he she didn't have any visible injuries, correct?
No injuries.
And it was actually Mr. Chapman was the only one that had a visible injury?
Yes.
Okay. And were there any other witnesses interviewed?
No, it was only two of them.
Okay, and any home security cameras or any cell phone video footage?
No.
Okay. And did you say you had your body cam on when you were investigating?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, officer. I don't have any further questions.
Okay.
All right,
State
closing
has-
argument, I mean, any redirect?
No, the state has no further questions and reserves.
Okay. Closing arguments?
Yes, Your Honor, we just request a dismissal of the simple battery charge. They arrested the wrong person here. My client was the one that had the visible injury, not the alleged victim here. And so and he did not, according to the officer's report, he never admitted to spitting on her. And again, he's the one that suffered the visible injury. So just based on that, we request a dismissal.
Y'all couldn't come up with anything on this case. He doesn't have a criminal history at all. He's been sitting in jail for almost a month.
Judge, I didn't ask, just with typically it's been the state's stance on to not agree to UJRs on if they're involving any alleged violence.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's simple battery is considered an act of violence. And spitting is probably the most disgusting thing you could ever do to someone. I agree, but if he went to court, I don't believe he would get 30 days jail time on a case like this. We need to make some arrangements to have him released. Like I said, he has I don't see any criminal history. And this was his sister, and he spit on her, which was wrong. And he's done some time for it. But I don't think we should just bind this case over and let him continue just sitting in jail. That doesn't do anybody any good.
Your Honor, the state will defer to the court.
Your Honor, I guess the defense would just move for a dismissal and in the alternative of UJR.
No, I'm definitely not going to dismiss it. And so, Mr. Chapman, do you have somewhere else to go other than living at Forest Avenue? You do have somewhere else to go? Where would you go?
Thirty-four 64 Mount Gilead.
Who lives there?
His his name Daryl, his last name Williams.
Are you related to this person?
Yeah,
How?
cousin.
Cousin? His cousin is not going to have you getting in trouble, is he?
He older.
Okay, that don't mean he ain't going to have you getting in
But
trouble.
you're right. But yeah, no trouble.
All right, I'm going to release you today. You better make sure that the court has the correct address, because if you get a notice in the mail and you don't appear for court, then you're going to be rearrested and you're going to be held without bond because you didn't come to court. You cannot have any contact still with Alexis Wimbush, and you can't go back to that location.
Yes, ma'am.
Hopefully you've learned your lesson,
Yes.
but you still have to come back and answer to this.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to release you today.
Appreciate it.
All righty. Good luck to you. I got faith in you.
Thank you. You too, man.
All righty. All right. The next one,
Your Honor, is Officer Singh
Free to go.
Yes, Officer Singh, thank you very much. We appreciate you. Have a great one.
Thank you.
All right, so what about Lily Charles or Charles Lilly? We're done, Mr. Chapman. You'll be released today.
The state is ready to go on
Okay.
Lily
and this
Charles.
is- Okay, Charles Lilly. So on John, it was PC file.
I apologize. If we could move to another case, the officer is supposed to be here. He is currently on his way.
Okay, all righty. So y'all tell me who's here and what we need to do. Give me the next one. What about Moffitt? Jermaine? Moffitt?
Officer Canefield is here for Moffitt.
Officer who?
Canefield.
Canefield?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so can we get Mr. Moffitt, Jermaine Moffitt, deputy? And Attorney Lane, I will compose that UJR.
Thank you, Judge.
All righty, so now calling the matter of State of Georgia versus Jermaine Moffitt. Are you Mr. Moffitt, sir? The inmate has indicated that he is Mr. Jermaine Moffitt. He's charged in warrant number 2025 WA 12211, simple battery. 2021. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, so he's just charged with the one count of simple battery. Representing the state is Assistant Solicitor Avina Johnson. Representing the defendant is Attorney Mark Lane. Your witness, Attorney Assistant Solicitor.
At this time, the state would call Officer Canefield to the stand.
I'm here.
Officer Canefield, will you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You may lower your right hand. Please spell and state your name for the record.
My name is Amont Canfield. My first name is Aumont. Last name is Canfield, Canf as in Foxtrot, Ield.
And where do you currently work?
I work for Clayton County.
And what do you do for Clayton County?
I'm a field training officer in uniform patrol.
And are you associated with a specific department with Clayton County?
Clayton County Police Department.
Thank you. And are you post-certified?
Yes, ma'am.
Being post-certified, are you authorized to investigate crimes, issue citations, and make arrests based off those observations?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me draw you to the date of December 15th, 2025. Were you working for the Clayton County Police Department at this time?
Yes, ma'am. That's correct.
Did you have an occasion to go to 6347 Lot 70 on Boulevard?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
And is this within the Clayton County boundaries?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that venue has been established.
So reflected.
What brought you to the location?
What brought me to the location was a return domestic violence call at that location. There was a previous call with another shift advising that there was some arguments and some issues, some verbal altercations that had occurred previously. But when I got dispatched to this call, I arrived and witnessed that there had been a physical altercation.
And did you make contact with the defendant in today's case?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you see the defendant here in court today?
Yes, ma'am. He's wearing an orange jumper suit and white t-shirt.
Let the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant.
So reflected.
When you got to this location and you observed that there had been a physical altercation, did you speak to the defendant about what had occurred?
I eventually did after speaking with three other parties, his sister, his sister's husband, and a mutual friend of all parties.
And what did the victim and witnesses, the victim, what did the victim in this case tell you about what happened?
The victim, he had advised that he was punched in the face by Mr. Maffett.
And what was the victim's name?
His name is David Banks.
And the witnesses, what were their names?
Regina Maffett, which is his brother, and Deandra Hemphill, which is a mutual friend.
And what did the witnesses tell you about what occurred?
Um, First, I spoke with Mrs. Regina, and she had advised that he was arguing with her and him after drinking, and she also explained that officers were at that house at that location earlier. Jermaine had been yelling, discussing about firearms that he had, and she also showed me a video of him standing, saying that he had firearms around his waist and everything, and it also explained something about the cartel and them having some type of drugs that was stolen. Mrs. Deandra Hemphill also stated the same thing, that he was shouting and advised that Mr. David had stole bricks of cocaine from the cartel and that they were going to kill him.
And what's the relationship between, again, the victim and the defendant in today's case?
Brother was the in-laws.
And did they live at the same residence?
Yes, ma'am, they did live at the same location.
And this was at the residence that you responded to.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you speak to the defendant in today's case about what occurred?
That's correct. I lastly spoke with Mr. Matt, and he expressed that he did grab David and by his neck and punched him in his face because he said that he had swung at him.
And Mr. Maffett did not have any visible injuries to himself. Did Mr. Maffett have any injuries on his person, Officer Camefield? Officer Camefield, you're muted.
It looks like he's frozen.
Hello.
Hello, do you need me to, Officer Canfield, do you need the question repeated?
No, you asked me if the defendant had any visible injuries.
Yes.
No, he did not have any visible injuries.
And to summarize, based off your training and experience, how were you able to identify who was the primary aggressor?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again?
Based off your training and experience, how were you able to identify who the primary aggressor was?
Due to various parties, the three parties, David Banks, Regina Moffett, and Deandra, who also wrote witness statements advising the same thing.
And that was that the defendant was the primary aggressor, correct?
That is correct, yes.
The state has no further questions at this time.
All right, any cross?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, officer.
Good morning, sir.
Did Mr. Jermaine's sister Regina, did she ever tell you that the alleged victim here, David, had assaulted or hit her?
Not that I recall, no.
Okay. And then when you spoke with my client, Jermaine, he told you that David, the alleged victim here, had actually swung at him first. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. And other than the witnesses you spoke of, were there any other witnesses or potential witnesses?
No, sir.
Okay. And then I guess you said you reviewed some video footage, but it didn't really show anybody swinging at anybody. Was there any other video footage that you know of?
No, sir. There was no video for other video footage.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, officer. I don't have any further questions.
Any redirect?
Yes, Your
You're
Honor.
welcome.
Say no?
Yes.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Officer Canfield, based off of what you were told by the victim in this case, was there a reason that he possibly allegedly swung at the defendant?
No, I don't recall him expressing that.
Would looking at the report help refresh your memory?
Yes. So give me a second.
Your Honor, may the witness use the police report to refresh his memory?
Yes, he may.
Can you repeat the question one more time?
Based when you was there anything that the victim told you in this case that would lead you to believe that there may have been an incident leading up to him responding that led to him allegedly throwing his hands?
Nothing exactly that I documented outside of him expressing that that the two of them were arguing. Well, all parties were arguing after Mr. Maffitt was drinking, and in that previous altercation that call that other officers had responded to.
And did any of the witnesses state as to what may have occurred prior to the victim swinging?
Again, previous verbal altercations between the parties and arguments, and also just Mr. Maffitt grabbing grabbing him.
So, based off your training and experience, who did you determine again was the primary aggressor?
Mr. Maffin.
The state rests. Reserves closing.
Alrighty, go ahead.
Your Honor, defense has just moved for a dismissal of the simple battery charge here again. According to the officer's report, my client was the one that was swung at first, and so in self-defense, he had to respond to defend himself, and so just based on that, we'd request a dismissal.
This is another situation where the defendant has no criminal history. So we just want to bind this over and keep him locked up.
Judge, I'd move for a dismissal and the alternative, a UJR, the court would be.
The state would defer to the court's judgment, but find that there is probable cause based off of the facts of the case.
Yeah, so David Banks, who was David Banks to him? His brother?
It appears to be his
Brother-in-law.
brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law. And so, Mr. Banks, do you reside at this Terra Boulevard location? Along with Mr. David Banks?
Mr. Moffitt, Your Honor.
I mean, Moffett, I'm sorry. Moffett? Do you reside at this 6347 Terra Boulevard in Jonesboro location?
Yes, I've been staying there almost 3 years.
And he resides there as well?
Yes, ma'am. He's Regina Moffitt, husband.
Husband?
Yes. Regina Moffitt is my sister.
Do you have anywhere else to go?
Yes, ma'am.
Where would you go?
To me with my girlfriend house. So,
Will your girlfriend have you over there?
yeah,
She'll let you stay there?
yes.
You didn't sound like you were confident about that.
I'm good to one, man. I just seen something happen with my sister. Anybody would like to. It's all his sisters.
Well, you see what happens. Sometimes you just have to mind your own business. Because you're in here and she's probably still with him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens. You don't have any criminal history. You've been in here since December 17th, December 16th. So that's almost a month. You have a bond of 2,500, but obviously you have been unable to make that. I'm gonna find that it is probable cause to bind this charge over. But I am gonna release you today. Do not go back to that location. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
You cannot have any contact with your brother-in-law at all. If he's at a family event, you gotta leave.
Okay.
You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Your sister's gonna have to make some decisions about her relationship all on her own. You can't save her. So no contact with David.
Okay.
All right, you'll be released sometime today.
Thank you.
And now what you can do, you can go, but only while accompanied by law enforcement to pick up your personal belongings.
Okay.
I'll make sure that that goes in the order.
Okay.
All right, and good luck to you, sir. I don't want to see you again.
Thank you.
Make sure that the court, I don't care if you have to come up here, make sure that the court has the correct address for you.
Okay,
But you're gonna sit back there even longer if you get a court date and you didn't know about it because you didn't change your address.
okay. Thank
All
you.
righty. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Third one is tonight, court hall. Are you ready to receive my mail?
Officer Canfield be excused from court if he has no further matters before the court.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Y'all have a great day.
Have a good one. Thank you. All right.
The state is ready to go on, uh, Mobley.
You said Mosley?
Mobley,
Mobley? Okay, deputy, if you could get Mobley. You could just use one you use. It's the same one.
Just use my regular one instead of the one.
I mean, you could, but
Yeah.
I've seen this. I mean, it's one of our regular UJRs.
Okay,
But-
I mean, because you had for Chapman and for the other individual, you
Mhm.
wanted us to add the stayaways.
Right. So what I'm saying, you should have some to
I do.
stay away. Yeah, just use that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. All right. So yes, deputy, if we could get Mobley. All righty. Are you Miss Tracy Mobley? All right, Miss Mobley, we're about to start your preliminary hearing. This is the state of Georgia versus. Yes, we're still holding on Wallace. Where's the officer in this case? He's turned, his camera's not turned on. I don't see him.
Your Honor, I see Officer Pickens. He
Oh,
raised his hand.
Oh, maybe it's on my other screen. I don't know why it's doing that.
both officers for her case are here. I just double checked.
You have two officers on one charge?
Well, so Wallace, I thought we were talking about Wallace first. On
Tracy
Mobley,
Mobley. Yeah.
yeah.
So Officer Pickens is on Miss Mobley? You are? Okay, all right. All righty, so State of Georgia versus Tracy Mobley, warrant number 2025, WA 11985, simple assault, family violence. Representing the state is Assistant Solicitor Avina Johnson, representing the defendant is Attorney Mark Lane, your witness, Assistant Solicitor.
This time, the state will call Officer Pickens to stand.
How you doing, man?
Officer Pickens, will you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Will you please state your name and spell it for the record?
Uriah Pickens, URIAH PICKENS,
And where do you currently work, Officer Pickens?
Plain County Police Department.
And what do you do for the Clayton County Police Department?
Uniform patrol and also SWAT.
And are you post certified?
Yes, ma'am.
Being post certified, are you authorized to investigate crimes, issue citations, and make arrests based off of those observations?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me draw your attention to the date of December 11th, 2025. Did you have an occasion to go to, where was it? I apologize. 10841 Sanderling Lane.
Yes, ma'am.
What brought you, is that location within the boundaries of Clayton County?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that venue has been established.
So noted.
What brought you to that site?
I got dispatched to a domestic violence call at the house.
And did you make contact with the defendant?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you see the defendant in court today?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you identify what the defendant is wearing?
Blue jumpsuit, white shirt.
Let the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant.
All right, so noted.
When you arrived to the domestic disturbance call, what did you observe during this occasion?
When I first got on scene, the door was wide open and the alarm was going off inside. That's when I made contact with the victim, Teresa. Teresa came outside and basically stated that she got into an argument with Miss Tracy, the defendant, over a matter that happened a day prior. And she said that she was placing a reasonable fear of Miss Tracy of the incident that happened.
What led to her, Miss Teresa Garcia, being placed in that fear?
Miss Garcia stated that she and Miss Tracy had a disagreement about the incident that happened prior, with basically her phone being stolen. And because of that, Miss Tracy got mad at, according to Miss Garcia, Miss Tracy got mad at Miss Garcia after Miss Garcia told her to shut up and chased her to her room. Miss Tracy chased Miss Garcia to her room, to the point Miss Garcia stated that Miss Tracy stood over her, cursed her out, screamed in her face, and that placed her in fear of Miss Tracy.
Miss Garcia have any visible injuries that you could see?
She did have a laceration to her forearm. However, when I asked her how did she get that, she stated that she received that laceration due to it was self-inflicted of her trying to close the door on Miss Tracy as she was being chased.
And did Miss Mobley have any injuries visible to you?
Nothing that I can see.
And they live at the same house, is that correct?
Correct.
Is there any familiar relationship that you know of?
No, ma'am.
The state has no further questions at this time.
Ross?
Good morning, officer.
Morning.
So Miss Tracy Mobley, my client, so when you were speaking with her, she said that the alleged victim here, Teresa Garcia, threw an object at her?
Correct.
Okay. And then as far as actually going into the room, she never did go into the room, correct?
I was not able to prove that, so no, I'm not sure on that.
Okay. All right. And was there any other witnesses that you were able to interview?
No, ma'am. No, I'm sorry. No, sir. No witnesses or cameras.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's see here. All right. Well, thank you, officer. I don't have any further questions.
Yes, sir.
The state does have free redirect.
Okay.
Mr. Officer Pickens, how were you able to determine who was the primary aggressor based off of your training and experience?
Ms. Tracy gave a testimony stating that she did, in fact, chase Miss Garcia. However, she did not get to her in or more inside of her room because she was too fast.
And did Miss Garcia elaborate as to why she was placed into a reasonable apprehension of bodily harm?
Uh, I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Looking at the report help refresh your memory.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, may the witness look at his police report from 12/11/2025.
Yes, you may refresh your recollection.
Thank you. To my understanding, Miss Tracy stated to me that Miss Garcia, when she threw that object at her, that's when she chased her inside of the room.
And Miss Garcia did not give any reasons as to why she was afraid.
She said that Miss Garcia that she's told Miss Tracy to shut up in the disagreement that they had on the subject, and that made Miss Tracy irate to the point where she chased her in the room.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, closing argument.
The state reserves.
Go ahead,
And-
Attorney Lane.
And actually, Your Honor, defense, this is the one we would like to call a witness, Nicole Lynham.
And who is this witness?
She's the landlord of the residence where these two were living.
Okay. All right, I'm letting her in. Where is she? All right, what's her name?
Nicole Lynham, Lynum.
She should have renamed her device. Miss Whitem, hold on, guys.
Your Honor, and the state would object, given that the witness was not present at the scene or during the altercation.
All right, and so say that again now.
The state would object to the witness, given that the witness was not at the scene, was not in the police report, was not present during the altercation.
All right, and so what I will do, Miss Assistant Solicitor, if you would like to go into a breakout room and talk to her, I would allow you that because you didn't know in advance about this person. So would you like that opportunity?
Yes, Your Honor.
So Yate, if you would put Assistant Solicitor in a breakout room as well as she has it as phone 12 and Attorney Mark Lane
Yes, Your Honor. So
in a
put
breakout room.
3 in breakout room 1. Actually, I'm gonna put them in room 2. So a link will be coming to join room 2.
And also, Assistant Solicitor and Attorney Lane Oliver, I know that he was communicating that he was not on active probation. My office has reached out to his probation officer. He is in fact currently on probation.
On which case was that again?
That was Christopher Oliver. All right, y'all can go in those breakout rooms.
Thank you. Your Honor, the state will stand with the objection. And I will wait until Mr. Lane gets back into the courtroom.
All right.
Officer Griffin, he was here for a detention. We did a jail.
And I don't believe the Zoom is recording anymore.
No, it's going.
Okay.
Hold
Again-
on half a second. Hold-
Yeah.
All right, what do y'all have for Mr. Dupition, Reginald? Is he homeless? That's my concern.
See here.
You there too?
You want me to see if he has a home? If he has that.
And, here, hold on.
Based off my case file, Mr. Dupont, Reginald Paul Dupont is homeless. Unless defense or the court has something other.
Say that again.
Based off of my case file, it shows that Mr. Dupont, Reginald Paul Dupont is homeless unless there's something otherwise indicating that he's not.
And Judge, that's one that we never received the application on. So I would need to meet with him to see if I could get an address.
Okay. All right, so. All right, so I'm gonna hold that one. So you can meet with him. Okay. All right, and so what was your objection to the witness?
The witness was her testimony is irrelevant. She's basing her testimony off of an incident that she had with the victim, not based off of the victim and the defendant. She was not present at the scene. She had no knowledge, personal or firsthand knowledge of that event. She was called by the victim's mother and did not arrive to the scene until later on that evening. She has no relevancy
What she has to offer is the victim's behavior with someone else.
with herself, with the witness. The victim and the witness had another altercation.
Oh, so she wants to talk about her interactions with the victim.
Yes, not based off what had occurred earlier that evening.
All right, how do you respond to that, Attorney Lane?
Your Honor, I would say this is certainly relevant. It's all tied together. She's the owner of the property and she was called over there and just came over there that evening and was able to observe the demeanor of the alleged victim here, Miss Garcia. And to the point where she ultimately decided she did have to evict her just based on the incident that had occurred earlier and the interaction with her right there that evening.
All right, I'm gonna allow it, but it's gonna be a short leash. Attorney Lane, go ahead. We're not gonna spend a lot of time on this.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
All right, so did the assistant solicitor, did you rest?
Your Honor, again, I would reserve that I apologize. I'm looking at my notes right now. Apologize. The witness observed the defendant, the victim's demeanor hours after the incident. This wasn't shortly after. This was.
I've already made my ruling, assistant solicitor.
well, the state holds to the objection.
Okay, all right. Your objection is renewed. Attorney Lane, go ahead and call your witness.
Okay, Your Honor, yes, at this time, the defense would like to call Nicole Lineham as a witness.
Turn on your device wherever you are.
I don't know if they have her in a separate room.
No, I brought her back in.
Oh, okay. I see her.
You do see her?
Oh, no, I was saying I don't think I do see her. I'm looking.
And she's not trying to get in right now. Some kind of way she's gotten oh, she's still in the room. Let me move her to the main session. You may not have known how to come back. All right, turn your camera properly. There you go. All right, go ahead, Attorney Lane.
All right, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Uh-oh, she's muted. You're muted there.
Okay, I do.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Please state your name for the record.
Nicole Lineham.
Okay. And do you have a rental property located at 10841 Sanderling Lane in Jonesboro?
I manage the rental property at 10841 Sanderling Lane.
Okay. And on December 11th, 2025, did you go over to that property?
If that's the date of the incident, yes, I did.
Okay. And did you encounter a Teresa Garcia?
I did.
Okay. And what occurred when you were over there?
I initially came over because the family of Tracy asked to come in and collect her belongings and to come get her car. And I said that, well, let me go because I'm not for sure if there's going to be an altercation between her and the and Teresa. So I met over there and let them in to retrieve her belongings. And I did get a chance to speak with Ms. Garcia about the situation. And basically she was saying that, you know, she was afraid and things of that nature. So I asked her a few questions like, well, you know, didn't this lady help you pick you up off the streets while you were out? Didn't she help you? So how would she just turn on you like that? And racial background, things of that nature. So I'm going back and forth between Tracy and Tracy's family and Teresa. And, you know, she just following me around the house, accusing me of being a favor of Tracy because she's Black, or whatever. And I'm still trying to, you know, maintain composure in front of Tracy's family. But then when we came outside, you know, I'm like, well, you know, how did this happen? And she gave her version of the story, which, you know, that's her version of the story. And I also
relevancy?
say what now? I couldn't hear
Objection.
you.
Judge, relevancy. This has nothing to do with the actual incident that occurred that Officer Pickens responded to.
You're trying to testify as to what the victim said to you? Is that what you're doing?
I was telling you what the victim said to me.
Okay, well,
as far as what.
Well, you can't do that because the victim is not present to be. So that's
Okay.
hearsay. So you can't tell me what she said. All right, keep going.
How did?
So
let me ask you this, just real quick. How did Teresa Garcia? How did she make you feel when you were over there then?
Objection immaterial.
I felt like she.
This again has nothing to do with the incident between the defendant and the victim in this case.
I agree, Attorney Lane. Move on.
And ultimately, given your interaction with Teresa Garcia, did you evict her from the residence?
I did.
Okay, and that's based on her behavior that evening?
A combination of
Objection, relevancy.
Attorney Lane, I'm not I don't understand how any of this is relevant. I really don't.
Your Honor, it's just, this is a landlord. She had an interaction with one of the parties, in this case, the alleged victim, Teresa Garcia, based on
So
the
can,
officer's testimony.
can she refute or talk about specifically the allegations in the warrant?
No.
Okay, but then she's not relevant. And so unless she has some information about, I understand you almost is going to like a character type path, and that's not what we're here for, unless what you're going to eventually say exonerates the defendant in some way. Is that where you're going? Did she tell her I made it all up? Did she? I'm trying to understand what makes her testimony relevant.
No, Judge, and she didn't witness the event. It's just going on, like I said, just being there a few hours later at the property that she rents and seeing the demeanor of Teresa Garcia, who I think that is certainly relevant given this dispute that she had with my client, and sheds light on that. That here we have her again later on that same day, and it's playing out like that she's not the victim here. That indeed it was my client who had the item thrown at her, and then here we go just a few hours later, and she's doing the same thing to the property manager, making her feel uncomfortable.
Okay. Um, I agree with Assistant Solicitor Avina Johnson. I think her testimony is irrelevant. So I'm not going to allow you to testify any further, ma'am.
Okay.
But thank you for your time today. We certainly appreciate
Okay.
coming to court, taking away from your busy schedule in
All
this matter.
right.
Thank you.
All right. All righty. So, hold, oh, she's gone now. Okay. Assistant Solicitor.
Yes, the state reserves closing.
All righty. Go ahead, Attorney Lane.
Your Honor, yeah, we request a dismissal of the simple assault, just based on that the officer's report and testimony, an object was thrown at my client, who then in turn decided to chase after the alleged victim here, but never went into the room according to my client, and any perceived fear that she may have had certainly was unreasonable. And then, as you heard, also that this Teresa Garcia, the alleged victim here, was eventually evicted from the property due to her behavior. And so, just based on that, we'd request a dismissal.
All right, go ahead.
Your Honor, the state was I apologize. The state would ask the court to find that there is probable cause based off of the police report, based off of Officer Pickens being able to establish who was the primary aggressor in the altercation, being Miss Mobley, that Miss Garcia was afraid and had to run away from Miss Mobley so that she was not injured, as accordance to the statute under 16-520. For simple assault. They did live in the same home. Even though she didn't have a visible mark, she still ran because she had a reasonable apprehension of immediate fear of receiving a bodily injury from the defendant. As to the victim's behavior hours after the fact, that's irrelevant in today's proceeding.
All righty. Attorney Lane.
Your Honor, like I said, we don't find that there was any reasonable fear, as the statute requires, just simply with my client allegedly chasing her after she had an object thrown at her. And this is the same person who, like I said, was acting in a way that later that evening that caused her to be evicted by the property manager. So just based on that, we'd request a dismissal.
All right, so based upon the evidence presented, I do find that there is sufficient probable cause to bind this charge over to the state court of Clayton County. That's the order of the court.
And Judge, if we could be heard on bond, she was denied bond at first appearance.
Because she was, let's see.
I believe that the probation hold was released. But yeah, she came in on probation.
All right, so you're saying she's no longer on probation?
That's my understanding.
So did you call and find out? How do you know she's not on probation?
Let me see.
Hold on 1 second while you're looking.
Well, that's what she told us in the jail visit, but I don't have any confirmation from. But either way, we'd request a bond hearing to have a bond be set for the misdemeanor.
Your Honor, may Officer Pickens be released from the court if he has no further matters pending the court?
Yeah, as well as Officer Griffin, he can be released as well.
I'm sorry, did you say I was good to go?
Yes, you're good to go. You're able to be released. You were here for, how do you pronounce it? Dupitten?
No, this is Officer Pickens. I'm saying, are you saying I'm good to go?
You're free to go as well.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Just let me know what case we're doing next, but hold Ms. Mobley for a moment.
If we could go forward on Wallace's case, with Officer Gauthier as the witness.
Ms. Mobley, do you know who your probation officer is? You do? Who is it? If you,
Good morning. My officer is Officer Armstrong in Valdosta, Georgia. I'm
wait a
still
minute, it's what now?
Officer Armstrong
Officer Armstrong?
in Valdosta, Georgia, and there was also because I had my probation moved up here 3 years ago. So I've been reporting over the phone for the last 3 years, and I had no incidents at all. So when this situation
Hey,
occurred,
hold on.
Yes,
Your Honor, the state also has an update on the Charles Lilly case, Lily Charles case.
Please stand by. She's working on something real quick.
Of course.
okay. You don't know that? He's being violent. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh. Well. Stay there. Ooh.
All right, so Ms. Mobley, we don't play around here. All right, so you are currently on active probation through 2030.
Yes.
A hold has been placed on you. They intend on moving forward with the violation. So I cannot give you bond at this time. He indicated I spoke with Mr. Armstrong and he said he already requested the information. Yes, go ahead.
Is this current? Because when I spoke to him on the 13th or 14th of December, I mean, after I got arrested, and he said he was lifting the hold and he had a waiver waiting for me if they chose to extradite me there.
But I just spoke with him. That is not what he said to me.
Are you able to give me a bond just in case the hold is lifted before? Because
you know what? I think that's fair. Assistant Solicitor Avina Johnson, what would you consider? In case the hold is lifted. You're muted.
I'm considering the risk of reoffending.
But right, we know that. So based on the threat of reoffending, what would be your?
I would object to bond.
So on a so on misdemeanors, she's entitled to a bond.
Oh.
Automatically by law. And so it could be a higher bond.
A higher bond would be preferred.
Okay, and so tell me what you are thinking. Attorney Lane, what would you say?
Your Honor, I would request the lowest possible bond the court could give. She's already been in jail for almost a month now for allegedly chasing someone that threw an object at her. She has 2 children and 7 grandchildren that she takes care of and been working at Trader Joe's.
All right,
and
so I'm gonna set the bond at 2,500. And so if this case gets resolved, if the hold is lifted, she'll automatically be able to bond out on that 2,500 with the no contact provision. And so I don't know whose home that was. But you can't go back to that home, Ms. Mobley. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
So I will put the no return and then the no contact.
Thank you.
And so, Attorney Lane, if you would put that together for me.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
All right. And so now where are we now?
So we have 3 officers who have pretty imminent obligations impending.
Okay.
So if we could move through Wallace very quickly and then Rodriguez, and the state has an announcement on Lily Charles.
Our last name is Charles?
I think it's Lily. First name Charles.
Wait a minute, what's the last name?
Lily, Lilly.
Lily. Okay, and what's going on? What are we doing with Miss Lily?
The state would ask for a one-time reset. The officer had a family emergency and could not attend.
Right, I'm gonna look. Miss Lily's criminal history. So we'll hold on that.
She done. There's only one. The one with the fraud.
I wrote in the wrong one. God dang it. All right, then. All right, and so, all right, so that officer is free to go if he hasn't gone already.
No, I do something. So I get the female, right?
And
And
who else
also,
did you
what's
say?
the status on Pearson?
Say that again?
What's the status on Pearson? The prison is asking, because they can only stay on for so long.
Oh, Pearson, okay. It said that we are doing is that Jacory?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And so do we have the officer in that one?
You, Your Honor, I believe. Let me verify. Yes, we do.
All right, let's do that one next.
What about the three other officers who, one has a prior obligation in Atlanta at 2, and
And
the 2
so I
officers
just
in
make
Wallace.
note of it. So Pearson, and then who else? What's the other officer cases?
So the 3 officer cases are the 2 for Wallace and then the 1 for Rodriguez.
Right. Mhm.
And we have 1 for Oliver, but the 3 officers who have prior obligations are Wallace and Rodriguez.
All right, so all right, so Mr. is that a she, Rodriguez, a senior?
Zincenia,
Is that a female?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's Rodriguez. Can you bring forward Miss Rodriguez really quickly? This thing's so out of order. Have you had a chance to speak to Miss Rodriguez?
I haven't personally, Your Honor, but yeah, our office has.
Dang, it's so hard to find anything. It's so out of order. Deputy, can we get Miss Rodriguez really quickly? And then Yate, can you find her, please, her paperwork and tell me what page it's on?
Yes, Your Honor, looking now. When I tell you it's completely out.
I'm in the R's, but it's not here. And have y'all discussed this case, councils? It's just it's only simple assault. I'm trying to find her paperwork.
we have not, Your Honor.
Very frustrating.
She had a preliminary hearing last week on a couple of unrelated charges. I believe that I don't know if they've been bound over yet.
Um,
Let's see.
I don't even know if we have the paperwork on her.
I'm getting it now, Your Honor. I didn't see it in the file, but I'm getting it.
Okay, well, and so, Assistant Solicitor, do you know what her criminal history is like?
She has a criminal history going all the way back to, looking at it now, but that's 2015.
I guess my question is, could y'all exchange a waiver for a reduced bond of, say, 1,000?
My only concern is that she would be returning to the house where the incident occurred.
Not if we put it in the order, she wouldn't be.
Wait. This is I
What's,
would have to talk to the deputy chief first. He's on the call. I will message her right now.
Trying to see what her pending other case is. It did get
Okay.
bound over.
You said it did not?
No, it did. I think it's coming up here pretty quickly. 0018. So criminal trespass and terroristic threats, except for this Thursday.
But on CW, they didn't see it, which is what we're seeing on
And Judge Garrett for arraignment.
This is her, right?
So okay, so that really so basically these charges right here were missed. Because it's all in the same incident. Right?
No,
Oh, a separate incident?
Yeah, I believe they're separate.
Okay, damage to property of another by punching and causing visible damage to the door in the kitchen door. He been here since December 8th.
CW is a separate charge.
And then what we have is a simple assault. And she's
On November 21st.
yes, that's the one we're here for. Yelled, holding what is that metal? Yelled and screamed at the juvenile victim as they were lying in their bed. Was witnessed by the offender brother. As they committed offense of simple assault when she did place a juvenile. Who is this juvenile to her? Who is this juvenile, Miss Rodriguez? Is this your children? How old is she? Are these your children? If you will unmute her.
Rosario, Virgilio, and Catalea?
Yes,
Yes.
these are your children.
Yes, those are my 3 kids.
Who has your kids now?
They're with their grandparents.
What does that say while holding something?
A nail file.
Really?
A metal nail file, yelled and screamed, yes.
A nail file? How old are these children?
Catalea is 7, Virgilio 12, and Rosario 13.
You know, these children out of hand. Sometimes you got to do extraordinary things. I'm not condoning violence, but I'm telling you, that's why these kids out of hand now. Every time these parents are disciplining these children, You jumping up, taking them to jail. Oh, let me see what her history is. She had a DUI that was dismissed. And then a previous criminal trespass that has not been adjudicated. Oh, that's this one. That was with this. And then the terroristic threat that's on here. I don't know what the basis of that is. Okay. All right, damage the property of another by punching and causing visible damage to the front of a bedroom door, a kitchen door, totaling $100.
And it was at the same location as the incident that we're here for today.
Terrorist threatened. Okay. All righty. So on the simple assault with the nail file, let's just go ahead and have a hearing, I guess. She has a bond of 2,000, I guess. She can't make the $2,000. I guess she'll just sit in jail until she can go to court. It could be another 2, 3, 4 months. But I guess I'm the only one cares about people being in the jail. Let's go ahead and handle her. State of Georgia versus Juanicia Reed. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And Ansonia Rodriguez, 2025 CW 58001. Simple assault. That's the only one. Representing the state is Assistant Solicitor Avina Johnson, representing the defendant, Attorney Mark Lane. Your witness.
It's time the state will call Officer Sine.
I'm here.
Officer Sine, if you would raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Will you please state your name for the record and spell it?
My office, Bendy Sine, Bendy Bendy, Sine Sene.
And what do you do? Where do you currently work?
I work for Clayton County Police Uniform Patrol.
And what do you do for Clayton County Police Department?
Uniform Patrol.
And are you thank you. Are you post certified?
Yes, ma'am.
Being post certified, are you authorized to investigate crimes, issue citations, and make arrests based off of those observations?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to bring you back to the date of November 21st, 2025. Did you have an occasion to go to 973 Connolly Road, Forest Park, Georgia?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes. Could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Froze up a little bit.
Okay. Did you have an occasion? I'm drawing your attention back to November 21st, 2025. Were you working for the Clayton County Police Department at this time?
Yeah.
Who were you working for?
Clayton County Police.
Okay. I thought you said no. I apologize. And did you have occasion to go to 973 Connolly Road in Forest Park?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that within the boundaries of Clayton County?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that venue has been established.
All right, so reflected.
What brought you specifically to 973 Connolly Road?
We had a call for service for domestic violence. Upon my arrival, I made contact with her brother, which is Mr. Luis Felipe. And Mr. Lewis told me that he was in the living room, him and the family. Then he heard a loud screaming in the room. So when he ran in the room, he seen Miss Rodriguez standing in front of her 3 kids. They were on the top of the bed, screaming, yelling, and then she have a metal nail file on her hands, screaming at them. So upon my arrival, she had already left because they say once you call police, she already took off running. So I went to look for her because, well, they told me she had mental issues, so I went to look for her. So I guess she returned back to the incident location.
And did you,
Go
I
ahead.
apologize. And did you make contact after she returned to the incident location?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you see Miss Rodriguez today in court?
Yes, ma'am. She ran a green jumpsuit.
Let the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant.
So reflected.
And when you made contact with Miss Rodriguez, what did Miss Rodriguez tell you?
She didn't really want to talk because all her thing was I didn't call police. I don't have to say nothing to you, which that was true. So while I'm outside talking to Mr. Philip, which is her brother, she went in a room and then I heard the screaming again. So when I rushed in the room, I seen she's standing in front of those kids the same way they were telling me the story. She's standing in front of the kids, screaming, yelling in Spanish, still holding a nail file. So that's when I told them kids to go in the living room with their grandparents. And then I start talking to her. And she was being a little aggressive. I called for backup. My supervisor showed up on scene and we're trying to calm her down, but she was not having it. And go ahead. You was about to say?
Oh, did the kids tell you what was going on when you ran into that room?
No. My first thing is to get them kids to safety. So all I did was took them out in the living room, so they were sitting next to their grandma. And I'm trying to calm down Miss Rodriguez, and then she was just throwing things away, throwing temper tantrum. She's not listening to what I'm trying to tell her. So I end up after my supervisor get to the incident location, we end up attempt to place her in the handcuff. She was being combative. She tried to bite my hand, and yeah, she was end up placing in custody. So I took her to the hospital for a 10-13 hold.
And did any of the victims in this case write any statements about what had happened?
No, ma'am. Mr. Rodriguez, the brother, he's the one that wrote the statement.
No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
All right, Cross.
Hey, good morning, officer.
Sure.
Were you ever able to get Miss Rodriguez's side of the story?
No, sir. She was not listening. She was being aggressive. All she wanted to do, like, just leave her alone.
Mm-hmm. And was there any video footage reviewed of the incident?
No, sir, but I did witness myself when I ran in the room. I seen them kids sitting on the bed crying, and then she was holding a nail file and screaming at them, yelling at them in Spanish.
Okay. And but she wasn't assaulting them, correct?
Not that I've seen, no, sir.
All right, thank you, officer. I don't have any further questions.
The state would like to redirect.
All right, go ahead.
Officer Sine, based off your training and experience, did the children seem afraid that their mom was going to hurt them with the nail file?
Yes, ma'am.
No further question.
All right, closing arguments.
State reserves closing.
Your Honor, just briefly, the defense would request a dismissal of the simple assault. This was just simply a mother trying to parental discipline of her children, just yelling at them. She may have had the nail file in her hand, just using it as a pointer or waving it. There certainly wasn't any reasonable apprehension of the children being immediately receiving a violent injury. And you heard the officer's testimony that, in his view, that that she wasn't going to assault them or injure them with the nail file. So just based on that, we request a dismissal.
All right, based upon the evidence presented, I do find that there is sufficient probable cause to bind this charge over to the State Court of Clayton County. That's the order of the court. All right. Okay, who are we doing next?
Wallace.
Thank you, officer.
Thank you very much. I'm free.
Judge, I don't know if it's possible if this one could join her other two cases that are set
I'm
on the
already on it.
15th. Okay, thank you, Judge.
My sister may be dismissed from court.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, go ahead and tell me who you want next.
Nikiana Wallace, from the incident 1019 with Officer Gauthier.
All right. All right. Who is that? Who is this again?
This should be Wallace.
Wallace. Mhm. Are you Miss Wallace?
Yes, ma'am.
And we doing all three charges? 'Cause it looks like those may be separate incidents. Is that right? Or are they?
I have-
Officer, are these three charges the same incident?
I have two, one being battery family violence and the other one being
I have position 36, battery family violence, position 37, obstruction, and position 38, drug-related items. Is that what you have, officer? Gother, is that who the officer is?
Gauthier only had position 37. The obstruction and possession of drug related is McPhee.
Not on my calendar. On my calendar, 36, Nick Yona Wallace, position 37, Nick Yona Wallace, and position 38, Nick Yona Wallace. Officer, how many charges do you have for her?
Me myself, I have one charge, the battery family violence.
Let me look and see if, let me look at her warrant. Because I have three charges for her.
Your Honor, the CW is for the officer that just spoke, and her WAs is for a different officer. I think that's Officer McPhee.
So he's only testifying to the battery family violence.
Yes,
Is
Your
it
Honor.
Carter?
So what about the other two?
McPhee will be testifying as to the obstructing an officer and drug related.
So, okay, and that officer is here?
Yes.
Oh, okay, all right. All right, and so you're Miss Nikiana? All right, the inmate has indicated that she is Nikiana Wallace. State of Georgia versus Nikiana Wallace, charged in warrant number 2025 CW 57157, battery family violence, 2025 WA 12025, obstruction, and 2025 WA 12026, drug-related items. Representing the state is Assistant Solicitor Avina Johnson. Representing the defendant is Attorney Mark Lane, your witness.
At this time, the state will call Officer Gauthier.
That's correct.
Will you raise your right hand, sir? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yeah, I do.
Will you please spell and state your name for the record?
My name is Officer Gautier with Clayton County. My spelling is uh, Gauthier.
And where do you currently work, Officer Gautier?
Clayton County Police Department.
And what do you do for Clayton County Police Department?
As of right now, I am on the Uniform Patrol Division, work morning.
And are you post-certified?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
With being post-certified, are you authorized to investigate crimes, issue citations, and make arrests based off your observations?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me draw your attention to the date of October 14th, 2025. Were you working for the Clayton County Police Department at that time?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
And did you have an occasion to go to 1708 South Lake Cove Court in Jonesboro?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that within the boundaries of Clayton County?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that venue has been established.
So reflected.
What brought you to the incident site?
I received a call about a domestic violence case that had just taken place.
And did you make contact with the defendant, Miss Wallace?
Actually, I did not. I made contact with her partner at the time. Miss Wallace was not on scene. She had left. I made contact with Miss Miles.
And what did the victim in today's did you at any point make contact with Miss Wallace?
No, we did make attempts to call and go to the location where the victim stated that's where she would have been at the time.
Was there a way that you were able to identify the defendant as the
Yes,
alleged suspect?
yes. The victim was able to provide me a photo of her, as well as her information, her name, date of birth, and contact information, which I verified using our GCIC system and confirmed the photo with GCIC and the photo that she provided me.
And do you see the defendant based off of how you were able to identify her in court today?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you identify the defendant based off of what she is wearing today?
She is wearing I believe it's a green jumpsuit.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that the witnesses identified the defendant.
So noted.
Now, because you interacted with the victim in this case, Miss Miles, what did Miss Miles tell you happened?
From my memory, Miss Miles was stating that her and Nikiana were at a get together at a friend's house. During that time, I believe Nikiana was talking with another individual. The victim stated that she, questioned like, why are you disrespecting me, talking to another person when you know that we're in a relationship and we're together? Since you're going to do you, then I'm going to do me. The victim stated that Nikiana got upset about those words. So the victim ended up walking to her residence. And while she was en route to the residence, that was when she says that Miss Nikiana came in a vehicle, came out of the vehicle and essentially assaulted her, punching her in the face, saying, you're gonna go do what and with who along those lines.
And did the victim show any clear and visible injuries to her person?
Yes, she did have a marking on her face, on the side of her face, I want to say it's gonna be her right side of her face. She had a swelling.
And the victim and the defendant lived together, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. She had mentioned that they were living together at that apartment, I believe, since 2023 or something like that. I know it was a couple years.
The state has no further questions
Alrighty.
at this time.
Attorney Lane.
Hey, good afternoon, officer.
How you doing, sir?
Hey, pretty good. Has the alleged victim here, this Latanja, if I'm pronouncing that correct, Miles, has she submitted an affidavit that and admitting that she lied about this incident?
Um, I'm I'm not too sure. I didn't get any word of anything along those lines. No, I don't know.
Okay. And you said that you think that there was a like a mark or a little bit of swelling on the side of Miss Miles' face.
Yeah, there was pictures taken, and that was submitted to in the report.
Okay. Do you know, were there multiple reports of this incident? Because I'm looking at just the one that was provided for the hearing. And they usually don't attach pictures to it, but I don't believe I see a reference about pictures being taken.
When you say multiple reports, can you elaborate on that question?
Well, I was just curious, was there more than one report generated about this incident? Or was there just this one made by you?
Not to my knowledge, it was only a report made by me as the primary officer on scene.
Okay. And did you have your body cam on when you were investigating?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, officer. Well, thank you. I don't have any. One more question. Do you know if anyone's actually talked to Miss Wallace to get her side of the story?
So we did make attempts to try and contact her. And we visited the location that Miss Miles said that she would have been at the time. Once we went, the vehicle that she was in was at the location, but the residents of that home stated that she was not there. So we weren't able to actually make contact with her or speak with her at all.
And since then, has there been any effort?
Not since not since I've submitted the report. I haven't tried.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, officer. I don't have any further questions.
Any redirect?
Yes, Your Honor. Just going based off of your training and experience, based off the victim's injuries, was this consistent with her being punched?
Yes, ma'am.
And based off your training and experience, you were able to identify who was the primary aggressor based
Yes.
off the witnesses' statements and your observations.
Yes, ma'am.
No further questions.
Attorney Lane?
Your Honor, I don't have any further questions. Just a brief closing.
Closing argument?
The state
we
reserves closing.
we would just request a dismissal of the battery family violence charge. At best, this is a simple battery. I don't see in the officer's report any mention of pictures being taken or any reference to him actually seeing what he just testified to in his report. So just based on that, we request a dismissal of the charge and at best a reduction to a simple battery.
All right, go ahead.
The state would ask the court to find that there is probable cause. Based on the report, the officer did testify and is corroborated by his statement in the police report that there was a visible marking and bruising type pattern underneath what he believed was the right side of the eye. And he was able to identify that the defendant and the witness were living together, they were in a romantic relationship, and that the defendant had injured the witness in this case.
All righty, go ahead. Attorney Lane?
Your Honor, again, I don't see any reference to any injury in the officer's report or anything about pictures being taken. So, for them to prove a battery, it has to be a visible injury, and I'm not seeing that in the report. So I would say at best this is a simple battery, but we request a dismissal of the battery charge.
All right, based upon evidence presented, I do find that there is sufficient probable cause to bind this charge over to the State Court of Clayton County. That's the order of the court. Alrighty, and so, we're ready for the other officer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead. This is gonna be warrant pertaining to warrant 2025 WA 12025 obstruction and 2025 WA 12026 drug related object. Go ahead and swear in your witness.
Miss Officer McPhee, would you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Please state your name for the record and spell it.
Ashley McPhee, ASHLEY MCPHEE,
Where do you currently work?
Clayton County Police Department.
What do you do for the Clayton County Police Department?
I'm assigned to the Uniform Patrol Division and I answer calls of service.
And are you post-certified?
Yes, ma'am.
Being that you're post-certified, are you authorized to investigate crimes, issue citations, and make arrests based off your observations?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me draw your attention to the date of December 12th, 2025. Were you working for the Clayton County Police Department at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have an occasion to go to 1708 South Lake Cove, Jonesboro? South Lake Cove Court, Jonesboro?
I don't think that's the address for that incident.
Oh, I apologize. Was it 7930 Jonesboro Road?
Yes.
Thank you. Is this within the boundaries of Clayton County?
Yes.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that venue has been established. Let the record reflect that venue has been established. Officer McPhee, did you have a reason to go to the Quick Trip at 7930 Jonesboro Road?
No, I was flagged down by the employee that works there. I went inside to purchase something for myself.
And why did the employee flag you down?
Because the defendant she had took some food items from off of the grill, but she had not proceeded to pay. So the employee wanted to make sure that she paid while I was there.
And you made contact with the defendant?
Yes.
Do you see the defendant in court today?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you identify the defendant based off of what she is wearing?
She's wearing a green scrub.
Let the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant.
So noted.
Now, based off your interaction with this defendant and witness, what did you observe happen?
So when I was there, like I said, the employee wanted me to stand by to make sure that the defendant paid. At that time, when I did make contact with the defendant, she advised that she wasn't finished shopping yet. So I had proceeded to walk away. And then when I came back, the employee was telling me that she still hadn't paid and then she wanted to criminally trespass her from the property.
She criminally trespassed the defendant from the property?
Yes.
Did the defendant speak to you during your observation?
Yes, she did.
What did the defendant tell you happened?
She was basically saying they were she was with a friend and they were trying to, I guess, come up with some money to pay for the items, but at that time they didn't have any money to pay for the items that she took off the grill.
Okay. And did the defendant, leave the property?
She was, so as I was investigating, I had told her to stay put because I was running her name through our GCIC, and the GCIC, the dispatcher advised that she had an active warrant.
And did the defendant stay put?
She kept trying to walk out of the door as I was telling her to stay there. And then once I was trying to restrain her and put her in handcuffs, that's when she started actively resisting from me. And another officer had to help me.
After you restrained the defendant, did you find anything on your during your search? Pursuant to
while we were trying to restrain her, she had a glass pipe object on her that fell from her person as we were in the use of force that was located by her purse.
And what was the glass object?
It was a crack pipe.
No further questions at this time.
Attorney Lane?
Your Honor, the defense doesn't have any questions.
All right. And so are you submitting on the testimony or argument?
No, Your Honor, we'd submit with the testimony.
Okay. All righty. Hold on, I just want to check this. I do find that there is sufficient probable cause to bind these charges over to the State Court of Clayton County. That's the order of the court.
Am I good to go, Your Honor?
Yes, you are. Thank you.
No problem. Have a good day.
Have a good one.
You guys have a good rest of your day.
Thank you. Appreciate you, officer. Thanks for your patience. All right. All right, what do we have next?
It would be Christopher Oliver.
Your Honor, I'm trying to get you the information for Pierce. For Pearson. I know that officers are trying to get off, but the prison only have so much time, and they've called requesting.
Okay. Do we have the paperwork? For Pearson?
I am checking now. I didn't see it in the files, and I have someone else helping as well.
We can't do anything without the paperwork.
Understood. I just wanted to acknowledge that.
Okay.
That they request.
All right, is that Christopher Oliver? All right, Mr. Oliver, This is their preliminary hearing. The inmate has indicated that he is in fact Christopher Oliver. This is the state of Georgia versus Christopher Oliver, charged in warrant number 2025 WA 12272, improper passing, 2025 WA 12273, improper lane change, 2025 WA 12274. No license. Is there a hold or something on him?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe there's a felony probation hold out of, I think it's Fulton
Okay.
or
Representative,
Clayton.
so it's one, is, these are traffic offenses. I'm not sure why we gotta have a hearing. I could negotiate it, some bond amount, but, he has 1, 2, 3 charges. Representing the state is Assistant Solicitor
The
Ivana
state
Johnson.
will consent to a UJR bond.
Okay, thank you. And so once the other issue is resolved, and so Yante, if you would put the UJR together, but we have to make sure that both parties sign it on that one. So that officer is free to go.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
Have a great one.
Thank you.
All righty. And so what's next? Mr. Pearson? Let's see.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's the last one?
Battery family violence. To my knowledge, yes.
Yes, Your
And
Honor, that's the last one.
just a
See,
few.
we saved the best for last. We saved the best for last.
Well, I don't know if the court's rendered a decision on Mr. Lilly.
Lilly?
But the officer has a family emergency.
It's battery. Let me look at her criminal history. Lily. I don't know which one even look in. Now, Tay, if you could please look and see if you can locate it at the same time, please. Not in that one.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, which file we're looking for?
Charles Lilly.
Okay.
Not in that one.
Judge, in the meantime, did you want me to try to meet with Mr. Dupaton? That was a UJR, but you wanted me to try to get an address from him?
Reginald?
Uh-huh.
Yes. For address for what, where he's gonna be or the no return?
Where he was going to be, because we just got appointed, so I haven't had a chance to meet with him to get contact information.
Okay, all right. And so if Yate can put you over there looking for, and then find out if he has somewhere to go other than the no return location.
Yeah.
That no return location, I just happened to pass it, is 19515 Hampton Road, and that's in College Park.
I have it on his paperwork, Your Honor.
You've already done it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, she's already done it, but you can go ahead and speak with him. Thank you, Yante.
And I also sent the link, Attorney Lane, to move to room 1, deputy. Attorney Lane needs to speak with Duchin, Ducha.
Not in that one. I think I found it. And you said on Lily, he had to go.
I think the announcement.
Oh, okay, there. I wonder if Miss Lily is homeless.
It's Mr. Charles Lily.
Yes. Oh, Mr. Lily. It was a location, it was a Citgo where he went in and struck a clerk and knocked over a display.
Your Honor, we have an address for Lily Charles of 201 Washington Street.
So his last brush with the law, 2022, where he got another criminal trespass and he did 45 days. And then in 2012, yeah, some 2006 stuff. He's been in jail since
The 14th of December.
over a month. Well, a month tomorrow. Oh, forgot Mr. Attorney Lane is with someone talking to the inmate. Let me see if I could try to find Mr. Pearson's paperwork. All right, I have Mr. Pearson's paperwork. That wasn't hard. Mhm. So I guess when Attorney Lane get back, we can discuss Mr. Pearson.
All right. Okay, Judge, I'm back. Whenever court's ready.
All right, Assistant Solicitor.
Yes, Your Honor, the state is ready.
All right, so Pearson, did we have the officer on?
Yes, we should still have him on. We do.
Yes, I'm here.
All righty. So, Deputy, if we could please get our last one, which is Ja'Cory Pearson.
Your Honor, Pierce is already on with Hancock.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
I saw the deputy face in the
Uh,
courtroom.
So is the jail able to log off? Do we need anything else from them?
No, Your Honor, if they're done in the courtroom, no.
All right. Deputy, have we seen everybody? You have anybody left?
No, ma'am.
All right. Okay, well, have a good one. Thank you.
Judge, were we still waiting on a ruling on Mr. Lilly's case? That was when where the officer had
Yeah, we
the
need
emergency.
to, oh, wait, hold on. We do need to talk about Lily. So Lily is the one I just saw, here it is. Battery and disorderly conduct. He went into Citgo and allegedly pushed a clerk and knocked down the display. Is this the one where the officer needed to leave?
Yes, he had a family emergency. So we were asking for a one-time reset.
Judge, we were going to ask for a dismissal or in the alternative, a UJR.
So before 2025, this is the only thing he had in 2025, but he had something in 2024. Wait, a disorderly conduct. And then for that in 2022, another criminal trespass. All right, Assistant Solicitor, what are you just asking for a continuance?
Yes, and we would object to the UJR, given his criminal history.
And the officer was on?
He was supposed to get on. He had a family emergency in which he's been in the hospital since last night.
Oh, I see what you're saying. All right, Yate, can we continue him till next week? Is that possible?
It's already been sent out.
So he will have to sit in jail and his bond is only, what, $1,000? Apparently he can't make $1,000 bond.
I mean, if I have to, I would have to do an updated calendar
And then
and request
1,000 and then 500. Say that again?
I said I would have to do an updated calendar and potentially do an add-on.
I mean, I think that the
It'll be a
law
process.
gives some leeway when an individual has been in jail this long simply because he cannot afford a bond.
So you want me to go ahead and continue him for 120?
No, I'm gonna go ahead and bind him over. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a UJR on him.
Okay,
Bring Mr. Lilly forward. Did you already send him back? Okay, all right, that's fine. He'll just, when he get out, he'll realize it. Is there a no contact need to go in here and a no return?
Your Honor, the state's renewing their objection to the UJR.
I understand.
Your Honor, real quick, how you doing? This is Deputy Chief Jimmy King. I just want to real quick, are you going to require us to consent to that UJR? Is that going to require
no,
us?
no,
to-
no.
Okay,
ma'am.
okay.
This is court's own motion.
All right.
So he can just, I'm gonna do a stay away from that Citgo.
So Your Honor, follow the order for bonds.
Yes, so stay away from that Citgo and you can put the victim in there as well.
Okay, it's also on his order
Contact.
for bond.
Yeah. Okay, all righty. So it's gonna be a UJR on that one. In the warrant that was sent over, it's not even approved. I'm not sure. Hopefully there's an approved one and she just sent over the wrong ones. All right, so Mr. Pearson, let's just get Mr. Pearson out of here. Thank you, Officer Alexander, for your patience. All right, State of Georgia versus Ja'Cory Pearson, warrant number 2024 CW 72698. Charge is battery. Representing the state is Assistant Solicitor Avina Johnson. Representing the defendant is Attorney Mark Lang, your witness.
At this time, the state will call Officer Alexander. Officer Alexander, will you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Will you please state your name for the record and spell it?
Officer Shaquille Alexander, Shaquille SHAQUEIL, Alexander ALEXANDER.
Where do you currently work, Officer
Clayton County.
Alexander?
I'm
Clayton
sorry.
County.
Clayton
What do
County
you
Police
do?
Department.
I apologize. Thank you. What do you do for the Clayton County Police Department?
Uniform patrol and SWAT.
And are you post-certified?
Yes, I am.
Being post-certified, are you authorized to investigate crimes, issue citations, and make arrests based off of those observations?
Yes.
Let me bring you back to August 22nd, 2024. Were you working for the Clayton County Police Department at that time?
Yes.
Did you have an occasion to go to uh, 1955 Faith CV?
Yes.
And what brought you to this location?
I responded to that location in reference to a domestic disturbance.
And is this area within the bounds of Clayton County?
Yes.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that venue has been established.
So reflect it.
What? You said it was a domestic disturbance that brought you here. Did you make contact with the defendant in today's case?
Defendant meaning Mr. Ja'Cory Pearson?
Yes, sir.
No.
How were you made aware of Jacoby Pearson being the alleged suspect in this case?
I made contact with what was her name? Miss Johnson. She advised they got into a physical altercation. I observed swelling to her eye. And she already took the steps to leave. However, I guess she was already in the process of leaving. So she came to the location. She advised that Mr. Ja'Cory was inside of the house as we were outside trying to get the rest of her stuff in so I can talk to him. He wouldn't answer the door.
So, to clarify, how were you able to identify Mr. Ja'Cory as the defendant?
I'm sorry. His ex-girlfriend, Miss Johnson, Miss Johnson, she told me.
And based off of what she told you, you could identify that he was who she said he was.
Yes.
Based off your training and experience, could you determine who was the primary aggressor?
Yes.
Who did you determine was the primary aggressor based off your observations?
I determined Mr. Pearson was the primary aggressor.
And where was the visible mark?
If I can refer to my report, I can tell you.
Your Honor, made the witness refresh his memory with the incident report from August 22nd, 2024.
Yes, he may.
Sorry, I lost it. All right. Give me 1 second. The swelling and discoloration was on her face, her eye, and she advised she had blurry vision because of it.
Do you see the defendant here in court today? Just to clarify, did you ever see the
No,
defendant person? No,
No,
it
I
was
never
just based off of the description
Correct.
that the witness gave.
Correct.
And are you able to identify the defendant here in court today?
I've never seen him in person. No, I don't see.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All righty, go ahead, Attorney Lane.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defense doesn't have any questions.
That means you're submitting on the evidence?
No, Your Honor, we moved for a dismissal based on that they've been unable to properly identify Mr. Pearson as the one who allegedly committed the battery.
All righty. So that's your closing argument, sir, Attorney Lane?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Assistant Solicitor.
The state would ask the court to find that there is probable cause because the defendant identified himself in this incident and in court today.
What do you mean in court today?
When you asked if the defendant was Ja'Cory Pearson, he acknowledged that he was Ja'Cory Pearson.
Oh, you're just saying he acknowledged that. Okay, all right. Go ahead.
He also matched the description of the victim's testimony to the officer.
Officer, let me ask you a question. How did you locate him?
So after speaking to Miss Johnson, and getting her side of the story, like I said, I tried to make contact with him at the door. He never answered. I just took all what I had, all
So she
information.
told you where he lived?
Yes. Apparently they lived together and she was in the process of moving out because of, I guess, the situation that occurred.
Okay.
And I just provided what I had to a judge for a warrant.
All right, I do find that there is sufficient probable cause to bind this charge over to the State Court of Clayton County. That's the order of the court.
Thank you, Your Honor. May the officer be excused in this case.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank y'all for being patient, Hancock.
I'm gonna put this in the wrong one.
All right, that concludes our matter today.
Yes, Your Honor, I just wanted to make sure on the UJRs, it's my understanding that the court's going to be handling the drafting of all those, the ones that we
Yeah.
consented to and the ones that you ordered.
Yes, all the UJRs, I'll just go ahead and do them.
Okay, and I guess I'll go ahead and submit the 2 cases that were dismissed because of the statute of limitations.
Yeah, and then all your
Maybe this-
appointment.
And all my appointments, okay.
Yes. All right.
All right, well, thank you.